Hello everyone, my name is Andy and this is just a quick little PSA kind of thing. So, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I'm very much in love with these Hosa cables that are pretty flat, and that allows me to get pedals closer to each other like on the Boss board. Obviously these are staggered, but even still, pedals with side jacks like that can, even not staggered, can be a heck of a lot closer than with standard cables. The trade-off with these is that they're wider, so it basically kind of takes that almost square looking uh, input jack or whatever this housing is and squishes it. So skinnier this way, wider this way. Um, there are companies that have versions that are smaller, but what I've been running into is, the concept of doing things in stereo. And especially on these Boss pedals, and Boss is not, like a perpetrator, whatever. There's other companies that deal with this. Obviously, we only have so much space, and having these next to each other, it just does not work as far as doing stereo goes, especially when there's freaking four of them that need to go right here within a span of a little over 2 inches there. And same for the classic ones. We got a DD8 here. Quite simply, not happening. Well, when it comes to valuing, oh, it's actually kind of close. When it comes to valuing your space, obviously you can use standard ended patch cables. That's fine. But if you really want to maximize space, one way you can go is these new Boss cables. This video is not sponsored. I just like Boss stuff. If you've been watching the channel, you know I like Boss stuff. So these are $9.99 for one. Or a 3-pack, which I have here. I bought a couple 3-packs, is $25. So you save a little money there by bundling. But we have an individual cable here. We've now got, I don't know, maybe not quite half, but a heck of a lot smaller. But a pretty similar depth. Camera freaking out. I don't know why it's trying to focus so hard. So the depth is about the same, but the size is a heck of a lot smaller. Now, one thing I wanted to try. Okay, so even with one of the small ones, you're still kind of hosed on some of these pedals where you want to do stereo. That one, these are rubbing, but that seems to work. But I would not recommend doing that because I'm sure something's getting pulled or what have you. So instead now with two small ends, look at that. And you've got room to tweak them. Obviously sometimes you might need to go kind of a weird scenario there, or if you have to tuck anything under. So there's some space there, which is kind of nice. And I know that I'm sure there's other brands out there. I know maybe Vertex or other brands really like those square plugs, the SP400, and I think that those are nice too. I know that usually you don't have a lot of wiggle room because they're so square. They pretty much have to be straight up or straight down. There's not a lot of wiggle room like this. So at least with this, there's some variance. Obviously, with how I have this board set up, maybe I need to scoot these back a little bit to give myself a little more room to work with, especially if I'm chaining together a bunch of stereo stuff. Also just got an RV 500, so I'm 2.5 out of 3 as far as having kind of the Strymon Bridge Boss edition. So, but either way, I figured that grabbing a handful of these would be nice. As far as the Boss board goes for this current iteration, because it's not stereo, there's no reason not to use the Hosa stuff. I still love Hosa. Again, not sponsored by Hosa. I just like buying them. But it really comes down to, okay, a single one of these is somewhere between $5 and $6 usually. Depends on where you get it. Your mileage may vary. Whereas this is 10 for one. The gold-plated thing, ooh ah. Don't know if that's better. I don't know if it's super fancy. But almost twice the price. But you get half the size. So I think what I'm going to do as far as money goes is I've got a whole bunch of these already, and I love them. For my non-stereo stuff, I'm going to use that. Even on the Boss board, I'll probably use the non-Boss stuff for the moment, unless Boss decides to sponsor me and give me a whole bunch of cables to bossify the Boss board with more Boss products. But I do want to do stereo on this board. Unfortunately, the Astral is not stereo, but the Immerse Mark II over there, the new neighbor, is. Or I'll just be using this RV 500 anyway. So just wanted to get at least the visual out there. I've been talking with the owner of Eclipse Music in St. Paul, Minnesota, and he's like, these are great, but Boss is not marketing them. Boss really needs to just get an ad that goes, something like half the size, same depth or whatever, save all the space, something like that. So anyway, have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe for more pedal and guitar related content. Have a great day. Bye bye.